We are following some breaking news. A major fire in Squirrel Hill just blocks away from the Parkway East and Alderdice High School and next to the old Poli's restaurants.
Ralph Iannotti joins us live from the scene with the latest. Ralph.
Hey guys, as you can see behind me, you can barely see through this heavy, thick smoke that continues to billow from this building that continues to burn here in Squirrel Hill. This is now a 4-alarm fire that's burning at this busy Squirrel Hill intersection, the corner of Murray and Forward Avenues. Now, firefighters continue to pour water on the building. The dark smoke is billowing high into the sky. As you can well imagine, rush hour traffic in this neighborhood is snarled because Forward Avenue leads right to an entrance on the Parkway East. And there's a lot of smoke around here now. We talked to a longtime resident of the neighborhood who gave us some history on this building.
In the early 80s, the karate place opened, the USA Professional Karate, and my sister was the first female student that they had. But about 7 or so years ago, the karate place and all the other places there were kicked out. Somebody said they were going to build condos for $350,000, which I knew nobody would ever pay for that at that intersection.
Tell me about this fire this afternoon, how you became aware of it. You live real close.
I smelled it.
What's that?
I smelled it when I was in my apartment. I can't see it. I don't have a window facing this way, but I can smell it.
Now, we're live again here at the intersection of Murray and Forward Avenues in Squirrel Hill. This is now a 4-alarm fire at this busy Pittsburgh intersection. We're waiting to get an update, hopefully, on the situation very soon from one of the deputy fire chiefs who is on the scene. Obviously, they're too busy to talk to us right now. But as far as we can tell, there are no reports of any injuries, but this fire continues to burn as firemen battle this 4-alarmer this afternoon. Portion of the building you may have seen just behind me collapsed. The facade of the building on Forward Avenue collapsed. We don't believe any firefighters were in that immediate area. They're checking everybody now to make sure everyone is safe. You can see it's so smoky here. You can't see exactly over on that side of the road where this the facade came down just a moment ago. A pile of bricks came down from the building as it continues to burn. I don't see any emergency activity right in the immediate area, but this fire is continuing to burn at this hour. If you look up a little bit, Bryce, you can see the firefighters are still pouring water on the building, but the smoke on the sidewalk here on Forward Avenue has cleared a little bit, and I'm going to walk over to make sure no one's been hurt. None of these firefighters were hurt here. No, there are no firefighters on the sidewalk in front of the building where part of that brick facade just came tumbling down. So firefighters are here. This is now a 4-alarmer, and we're waiting hopefully to get an update soon from one of the deputy fire chiefs on the scene here. We're live in Squirrel Hill tonight. I'm Ralph Iannotti, KDKA TV News.
Ralph, what a close call it was for that one firefighter. You got to wonder if he heard it or if somebody yelled to him. Did you hear that collapse begin?
Yes, I heard the collapse. I heard the bricks tumbling down. I turned around and saw one of the firefighters scurrying away. But like I say, I looked at the sidewalk. Nobody's down on that sidewalk. It doesn't appear that there were any injuries there. Certainly good news at this point in time.
Yeah. The other thing, Ralph, is when Bryce took that larger shot, a little bit wider, it looks like one of the ladder trucks is just covered in, at least the ladder part is just covered in smoke. And are there any firefighters up on that right now?
Yeah, there is a fireman up there right now. He's got his gear on, obviously, his oxygen and his other gear, but they're just continuing to pour water on this thing so it won't spread any further than where it's at right now. Now, this building that's burning is adjacent right beside the Poli restaurant, which closed many years ago, if you recall. A very popular Italian restaurant here in Squirrel Hill. That's been closed, and the commercial building itself where the fire was confined was empty at this time. We were told earlier by one of the neighbors there was a karate school on the first floor and a gay and lesbian community center on the second floor. Both of those organizations have since moved out. As far as we can tell, no injuries. Certainly good news at this time, but this fire is continuing to burn. We're told it's 4 alarms, and this area, as you can well imagine at this time of the day during rush hour, is very congested as it's right next to the Parkway East.
Ralph, that's a pretty dense area. Obviously, you've got the old Poli's building on one side, and then, if I'm not mistaken, the old Squirrel Hill movie theater on the other side. I'm sure firefighters are concerned about the possibility of the fire spreading.
Well, they are. If Bryce can pan off of me for just a second, I don't know, we're going to go live here. You see firefighters putting up a ladder now on the old Poleyes building up to the second floor. They're going up to the roof there, I guess, to check conditions there to make sure the fire isn't spreading any further than where it's at now in that corner building at the intersection of Murray and Forbes. They're going up ladders now just to check the building. They'll probably do a little venting up there, I would imagine. But like I say, we're hoping to get an update from a city official or a deputy fire chief shortly. But this continues to be a developing story with this intense fire burning at this hour.
All right, Ralph, thank you so much. We'll be checking back with you a little bit later in this newscast. That venting that he's talking about, of course, is that they poke a hole there to see if any smoke's coming up, but could be trapped in the area between the ceiling and the roof of the building. Again, we'll be going back to Ralph a little bit later in the newscast.